Welcome back to Midweek Point and Click. We are on episode 3 of Broken Sword, The Smoking Mirror, the sequel to Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar, I think it was called. I don't remember. Who knows? How you doing, Steve? You with us, or are you still doing chores?
That I'm with you.
Excellent. How was your week?
Not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah, can't think of anything happening, but
Nothing important to note? Fair enough, fair
yeah.
enough. We've got...
What about you?
Ah, Yeah, my week was okay. It was busy. Really tiring. I did an 11-hour shift in the
Uh,
week, which was an absolute doozy. The next day I was so knackered. But nothing that coffee and fresh air didn't fix. Speaking of coffee, I got my French press here going. Lovely. We have culinary in the house. How you doing, Cole? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling fantastic and hope you're ready to see some George Stobar on his adventures in, I don't know, it's some South American country. I don't think it actually ever mentioned. Maybe it did, and I missed it. I'm not too sure. Which I guess I should give a recap of. I think it's my turn for a recap, so I'll try my best. And Steve, if I've missed anything, you let me know.
yep.
Okay, so the first thing is both Nico and George rock up to this mythical South American country. Probably not mythical, just absent-minded. Um, and we did various things. Some of the things we did was we explored the market and found a guy that wanted to sell cabbages to us. He was useless. We found a goat that when we fed Cole, it started talking to us in English, saying that he was hoping it was like a marzipan square or something along those lines. We saw our good friends from the previous game, Dwayne and I'm going to say her name's Arlene. It's not Arlene, but I can't remember what
So
her name is.
Marge? For some
Marge?
reason, I don't know her name, but for some reason, my mind's saying Marge.
Dwayne and Marge? That'll do. Yep. So previously, it mentioned that Dwayne thought he was a covert CIA agent. And since the first game, he's gone and sought out help for that. And he was cleared of that, but then actually became a CIA agent. So he was there on a top secret mission. He had a truck full of fertilizer ready to blow open the prison to help one of his informants escape. However, long story short, after we went and collected a few things, we found that he had the wrong kind of fertilizer. So he couldn't make the fertilizer bomb that he tried to. I think he was using peach pits or something like that instead of, poo or whatever, whatever they normally
It
use.
was organic instead of chemical.
Yeah, yeah. So that didn't work. And what ended up happening is George was thrown in prison for sort of helping the escape or whatever it was. We were already in prison. That was trying to blow us out too. What had happened was we wanted to see the back of the police station, the behind the scenes, so to speak. So we got Nico to take the super villain looking mama's boy police sheriff, I guess, in this instance, back to his place for a bit of, and then while that was happening, we were going to look at the map to show where we're headed next, but also try and bust out or at least speak to the informant guy who was it was kind of a footloose scenario where he's a flautist in the band outside, and because they're not playing easy listening, he got thrown in prison. Um, but the important thing is, we were thrown in prison because we were caught red-handed in the cells area, and then essentially what happened from there is tied the truck to the bars of the prison cell, and old Dwayne gave it a good old yank and ripped the wall open, and old mate sheriff from the top heard the commotion, and he's like, "Holy shit, we got to go down there!" And we escaped. Nico and George jumped on a boat and drove off into the sunset. And during that time, we had police on our tail. As we were cruising down the river on the boat, a police helicopter came and shot a rocket at us and blew us up. But little did we know, um, our heroes were safe. They swam to shore, or at least George. We don't know where Nico is at this stage.
Yeah, but
But,
even he just woke up on the shore. It's not necessarily that they cleanly escaped.
exactly, he had a nice case of plot armor to at least, maybe he's injured. We're not sure. That's where we actually called it last time. So yeah, excited to move forward. That was a good episode last time. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's see. You're doing all right, Carl. Hoping to make an appearance on Sunday. Hands are getting better. Oh, an appearance. Are you going to do your own stream? Sunday would be my Monday. That sounds pretty cool. We got Saiku in the chat. How you doing, Saiku? I also may have fixed the issue with Tongs not appearing in the chat. There was some weird bug. For those that don't know, the sideways chat, the horizontal one at the bottom, is a stream elements thing. And apparently there's a coding error that if people don't select their color of their name in Twitch, it can sometimes just randomly edit them out of the chat. So I've overridden that by forcing a color. Hopefully the code is good, but we'll see what happens, eh? Ah, man, coffee. So good. All right, let's boot this game, shall we? There you are. All right. So last time, what we found was this comic book actually started like explain the start. So I'm just going to quickly click in here and see if it has anything else. If not, then that's fine. We'll move on. Oh yeah, this looks
Last
the
game
same.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Can you share it with me?
Oh shit, yeah. All right. I think you saw this already, Steve, but I will share it.
Yep.
There you go. I'm going to quickly, we've seen these, so I'm going to quickly go through. Essentially what's happened is George has gone to see his sick father. See how that moved down that panel? I used to have the Scott Pilgrim comics on iPad, and it had the same animation aspect. It was really cool.
Oh, and it has the pure imagination starter.
It does, yep. Oh yeah, Molotov car, yep. Blam blam crack, Buddha Buddha Buddha. Crack crack. Get down! Ah!
This hippie ego
Oh,
strangler.
I think this bit might be new. Or maybe not. No, it's the same. Watching her TV. Egon Spengler over there. iPhone case. Oh, that's where he's given the panties. Small panties in that box. Oh, that's right. He was an ass. He didn't tell her about George's father passing away. Continued in the game.
There isn't much to the panties, so I imagine it could easily fit in a box that size.
That's true.
The letter probably takes up more room.
How are the volume levels, guys? I was looking back on one of the VODs, and it was a little bit low, so I just want to make sure it's good before we begin. It's all loud and clear to me, but from a chat perspective. This song may be loud, so I'll just... Steve might be turned up a little bit. All right, I can turn up Steve. All right, there, Steve. Give us a 1, 2, 3.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Steve is loud as balls in my ears, but that's all right. How is he now? Should be pretty good. All right, I'll hit continue. Oh, that's right. The continue doesn't carry on. Loud as D's? Yeah. Oh, someone's playing an organ. Little organ in the treehouse. Oh. Oh, we've kept the
That
vine.
rope could be useful.
Oh, yeah.
The machine was broken.
I'm going to quickly check the music volume sound. I'm going to crank the speech volume. So he doesn't get drowned out by his own soundtrack.
The machine was broken.
Yeah, that's better. Do you ever, when you play old games, Steve, when there's a background, I mean, I can't hear it anymore because of this bloody organ, but the waterfall, for instance, do you ever listen out for the loop?
Not usually,
That's
but
probably good.
it's funny when you listen, when you hear it.
It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge. The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it.
Do it. I like this little kind of CG pump, like piston action. It's really cool.
Mhm.
It seemed to be working just fine.
I used to listen for the loop in your white noise machine. I think once I heard the loop, I'd never be able to unhear it, and that would drive me mad.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
There's something in there, though.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Apparently not.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
What am I going to do with this? Well, these two memories.
I couldn't see any great benefit in sharpening the cross.
Oh, I thought we could jam it in the water wheel.
That gives us a hint that it's to do with you use that machine to sharpen something.
Yeah. What will we do with the cross, though? I'm just going to pick it up again and see if we can walk around with it. No. Interesting. Unless... oh, I don't know. Let's click the memories first.
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
Let's use the cross to turn them.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, because they got little slots. To what end, though? What is this?
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
We're not going to create a pulley system, are we, with the vines? Let's see. We could use the panties. Maybe that would work. Thread these through the teats. Yes. Created the fan belt.
The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
Anything to turn off this pipe organ music, right? Not sure how
Now I had the contraption working.
much this would actually work, but... oh, maybe we're meant to crush something in here.
No, he said it's working now, didn't he?
Yeah, but it didn't actually do anything, so I'm thinking if we put something in here and then turn it, it might... like a paper press kind of thing. Do we have anything? Nothing really... yeah, exactly, George. I'd shrug as well.
Hello? Anyone home?
Alright, let's keep going through the jungle. Oh, maybe we can't go through. I mean, it looks like we can go up here, but... No. What do we have? We've got... Maybe... Oh, it is a press. Yeah. Okay.
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
All right. What else could there be? Treehouse. It's a pretty cool treehouse, actually. I just feel like there's something in the leaves. It's moving, so...
It was a pile of damp leaves.
What about it?
It seemed to be working just fine.
Okay.
The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it. It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge.
Anything to stop this, infernal organ.
The machine was broken.
Okay, so it looks like we can't go back where we were. So everything is in this one scene. What could we press? I mean, we could press the lipstick. This is a new song.
I'd have to put taking back to the ball game.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, let's... Using adventure game logic here. Lucky piece of coal. Could that go in? No. Whoop.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Sweet.
I was pressing something.
Yeah, yeah. Just gotta figure out what we're pressing. The only thing I can think of is lipstick, or maybe maybe the tequila worm.
That would be gross.
It would. Just get all
There'll
that
be something with
tequila.
liquid in it, though.
Yeah. Oh, probably the leaves. Maybe now that the cup's there, I can grab the leaves.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
I can't.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Interesting. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, MVP lease. Thank you. Haven't even finished my other one, and I got a fresh, beautiful fresh coffee. All right, let's see. Did I try and... Nope.
Loudmouth Lisa. Stupid Lisa Garbage Face.
If we were an adventure game, what would we press? I mean, usually it's paper, right? Printing press kind of thing. So we could squeeze the Nico out of these panties. That's disgusting.
She hasn't worn them, though, so there's nothing to squeeze out.
Or maybe it's Egon that's worn them.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe you just spunked in them with the idea being that if she does wear them, it'd be like...
Jesus, Steve. That escalated. All right. What do we do? Obviously, we don't have right now what we need. We've tried everything in the press. We've got our little cup.
There's definitely no way to continue on the path.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but I'll try it again. See, what I was thinking, this is my adventure game logic. We get the wet leaves, we squeeze the juice out of the leaves, we light the leaves, create a forest fire, and burn down the organ. Yeah, there's no way further. What are we missing? There must be something. There's a ladder there that looks like it'll be knocked down. Maybe we'll try the treehouse again. Oh. Okay. Oh no.
You have to sharpen something. Stick in the tree, maybe.
There was no way of climbing up to the treehouse.
The branch, the leaves,
Excuse
throw
me.
them up and climb them.
These.
No, sorry, the vine. Oh no, we used the vine, didn't we?
We use the vine for that, yeah. It's just weird that the leaves are there to interact with, but he states that maybe we've got to use something on the leaves. Really? Or are you just going to shrug? Yeah, okay.
Mm.
What a tease. Oh, maybe the dog biscuit. Could we... I think we already tried this, but could we... No. Let's just see what the... What am I to do? Okay. I don't think we're ready just for the hint just yet. There's... Unfortunately, it has that thing where we can't actually highlight all the clickables. Oh, hang on. What if this is the organ sound? This pump is being automatically fed because...
No, it couldn't be. Well, Venture Game Logic, it could.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that other wheel, yeah.
It's washing machine, and then it's...
The machine was broken. The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
Alright, maybe I gotta start right-clicking on things as well. To give that extra exposition.
Perfect for a game of poo sticks.
What the hell's poo sticks? Carl, Psycho,
know.
have you ever played
Yeah.
poo sticks
What's
before?
this American thing?
The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron.
Never?
A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel. It was a pile of damp leaves. I'd always wanted a treehouse like that when I was a kid. The cone was empty. Two round stones were carefully balanced on a wooden structure. It was a large wooden cross.
Okay, so apparently it's a game first mentioned in a Winnie the Pooh book. Similar game may be played on a bridge over running water. Each player drops a stick on the upstream side of a bridge, and the one whose stick first appears on the downstream side is the winner.
That sounds like a fun, wholesome game.
And there's apparently, because of that, there's an annual World Pooh Sticks Championship that's held at the Days Lock on the River Thames.
How on earth could you ever win that? It's not like it's,
Yeah, there's no control.
yeah.
Unless they perfectly craft these sticks to be streamlined and the perfect
Aquadynamic.
weight. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna use our first hint. Yeah, we already got that. Hang on, that's exactly what I thought. What? Who would have ever thought that?
I didn't necessarily think it was going to be Winnie the Pooh, but it is spelled. It is spelled like the Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
at least.
Isn't that how... Oh, no, normal poo has no H, eh?
Yeah.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
How do we light the leaves?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Do you have anything made of flint? Because that's maybe what we use the wheel for.
Oh, the coal maybe.
Are we on the wheel?
I tried that before, but maybe it's just like progression, right?
No, the other wheel. The water
Oh, yeah.
wheel.
Ah, what a tease. Maybe I could put that in there too. Let's see what that said. Oh, now to light it. All right, well, we don't need that just yet. Do we have anything that would be... Lipstick is Vaseline, right? That's flammable, I think. Nope. Or maybe the worm. Worm has tequila in it.
We try the coal with the grinder.
Yeah, I did that. He just shrugs.
Oh, we did the other one grinder anyway.
Yeah, I kind of need like a flint, yeah.
It was a pile of damp leaves. It was a pile of
Okay.
damp leaves.
So left and right click do the same thing there. All right, let's just see. What do we got? What? I thought we did that. Or maybe it's just the progression thing.
Or when we did it, it was when you were trying everything, and it's before we had the paper in the bush.
Oh, the sparks.
That's a stretch.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Wow, that's complex, that solution. Caught this.
Oh, it's just going into that thing.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Quick, man, put out that fire. I've got a sick woman up here.
Stop playing the
Sorry,
organ.
Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
What if you can't put it out?
Stamps it.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this
Oh.
morning. The poor girl is close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
Is she bazookaed? Maybe she is.
Bazooka.
Like Nico was injured in the bazooka incident, but she's
Oh,
close
yeah.
to death, it said. That's pretty intense. Let's show him her panties. Maybe that'll help.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but I don't know what they say. Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Bazookaed is a verb, right? Is now?
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
Oh, good. Use of venomous.
Can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak
Well,
of a
penicillin doesn't help with the venom.
counteract the poison.
Ease the pain, maybe.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Yeah. Well, we know, obviously, we're going to put the root in that and squeeze out the root juice.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't. Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
All right.
There
well,
was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
bloody priest collar. Squeeze the priest juice out of this.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world. The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
Now it's all dirty because it's landed in the grass.
Mm.
Wrong thing. George, you dumbass. All right. That's a fair magenta shirt.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Yes.
Oh no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Well, these buff lads.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father. Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
I love how they got such like perfect American English.
Mm. He's taught them well.
Yep.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
So casually English, like
Yeah.
It's not just that it's perfect English, it's
Snake.
So,
weird voice
everyone
acting.
in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
This is the village people.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
I don't know if he used
Ooh,
those
must
words.
mean the old man, the shaman.
Yeah.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Knickers. Sexy knickers.
Exactly. What if the voice actors for these guys, like on the script, it says, "Now speak like a native South American." They're like, "We can't do that. We're, you know," and then they just took a stand and they just decided to say it in their own voice instead.
Yeah.
What about some
Or
lipstick?
it's like, oh, they've looked at it and gone like, well, California's south of us. I guess that'd be close enough to South American.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
What about tequila worm?
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Dog treats?
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Hello?
Ripple!
Baltimore, you've been raided.
How you doing?
Any of
Thanks
us
for
could be
raiding
the
in.
killer.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Oh,
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
black ones. Interesting. We gave him dog biscuits and he enjoyed it.
Come back.
How you guys doing? What were you playing before you raided in? Here on Midweek Point and Click, we play adventure games, old adventure games. We've gone through a whole bunch. You can see down below what we've beaten and what's coming up. But yeah, good stuff. Deponia Doomsday. Deponia is actually on my list coming up. I think on Epic they had the entire series for free one time, so that's definitely interesting, that one. The art style is amazing. I don't know Doomsday in particular, but I assume it's like one of the sequels. Excellent. Good to see more adventure game fans. Oh, he wants the black one, so what if we merge the coal? Yes. We're going to give him coal
I
to
put
eat?
my lucky piece of coal in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I can't believe we're doing this. We're giving him a lump of coal to eat.
Yeah, but what?
I'll give
And
them
because
to
he,
him.
we're basically giving him dog treats, and he just gave them back anyway, even though he liked them.
Doomsday is the fourth and final game. Nice.
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
Oh, damn. Tortoise. Did you play through them all, or are you just playing the fourth one on stream? I'm just wondering how long they are, each game. Alright. Do you think the shaman might want the panties?
I'll get the
Maybe
box back. Do we maybe color the lipstick with the coal? Doesn't sound
That
possible,
wouldn't
but
work.
yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe they do want the panties because they were talking about how these underwears ride up their butt.
Well, that one's designed to
I
ride up the
didn't think
butt.
the Indians would accept that gift.
Ah, damn. I mean, it made sense adventure game wise. Alright, what about the dart?
I didn't think the Indians would accept that gift.
Okay. This.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right.
It's a little bit late for
Could
that.
be cursed.
I think I started playing the first Deponia, and the very first puzzle I got stuck for a bit, but I think it was my own incompetence that got me stuck. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Okay, what about...
I didn't think the Indians would accept that gift.
Okay.
I didn't think the Indians would accept that gift.
I think we've given them... That's the wrong color. They don't want the panties. They don't accept that. They don't want the worm. They don't want this. They don't want that. This was bad luck for them.
I didn't think the Indians would accept that gift.
Well, that's hopefully where chat comes in, right? Suggesting ideas.
I'd better think this through.
So he does like the dog treat, but he wants the black dog treats. But we're empty now.
Maybe if can we go back? Maybe have to break up the coal
Yeah.
using that press. I don't know if we can go back to the treehouse.
It took a while to get here, but we'll see. I'll have a conversation with him first.
This cone could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Carl, they went left at Albuquerque or something like that.
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
So he's taken a gift and still won't let us through.
Yeah, he went and ate all these dog biscuits, emptied our box, said he loved the black ones, but that wasn't enough.
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
Okay, so we do have to put something in the box. We'll keep that in mind.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You
corny, eh?
insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
Sure do, George. Absolutely. Okay, so it's the same conversation.
I guess we can't go back.
Hello, Baltimore.
Thank you so much for the follow. I
Someone who
appreciate
is
it.
following you. Looks
I'll
like
return
I've
the
got
favor. If you're an
competition.
adventure game lover, that's great. There is corn over here. Maybe could we trick them in stealing their corn? Chances are we have everything we need if we can't leave. So let's have a look. All right, we'll do this again.
I put my lucky piece of coal in the empty box.
And then what if we put the worm in afterwards?
There's already something in the box.
Didn't like that. Okay.
There's already something in the box.
So we've got to put something. Oh, maybe we put the worm in the box. But I think we're going to have to give...
Oh, what if we put the tablet in the box and then that tricks him into touching the tablet? He wouldn't otherwise touch.
Oh, good idea. All right. In order to empty the box, we do have to give it to him.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
All right. You do that.
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
Okay. That's a good idea, Steve. So... Yes.
Is it that thing
I
or...
put the statue in the empty box.
I think that's the bad statue, isn't it?
I thought it was the tablet
Oh,
that
maybe.
they hate.
Yeah, you possibly...
Here,
That's the
I
fetish.
found some more of those biscuits for
Wow,
the shaman.
maybe he's got a fetish. For the fetish.
I'll give them to him.
I like that he doesn't even look in the box to see. The red pixel here.
The shaman said to give you back this statue.
Okay,
He didn't want it?
He's already got one.
what if we, just for shits and giggles, what if we put the panties in the box? Oh,
I
yeah.
tucked the bright red panties in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
I hope we get a good response. Yeah, the panties we use with everything, for sure.
The shaman was pretty mad about those panties.
Well, I didn't mean to offend him.
You didn't. He was disappointed that they didn't fit.
Oh, so that means he tries to put them on.
Oh, that's great. So we do have, I don't know if you've played the first game, but in the first game, it was all about the tissues, and in this game, it's all about the panties.
Greasy tissues.
You show it with everybody, which is right there. All right, so let's put... I just want to see some of these funny responses now. Let's put the lipstick in the box and see what happens. I think you're right with
I
the
put the lipstick in the box.
touching the bad thing.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
I also added another game to the adventure game list. I don't remember what the name is, but if you look down in the upcoming, it's the last one in the list. It's getting really good reviews. It's a modern adventure game.
The shaman kept your gift of wax. He was pleased with it.
Is that it?
I was still
Can I go see him
allowed
now?
in.
He wasn't that pleased.
Oh, so he's stolen our
Well, you
lipstick.
can't keep it if it's just fucking bullshit.
All right, we're gonna put the. Maybe this is how we
I dropped the tequila worm into the empty box.
clear out our
Here,
inventory.
I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
Indiana Jones was really good. We got
I'll
the
give them to him.
brawn ending though, because I don't know if you've ever
Or the
played it.
fist, the way the fist or something is the.
Yeah, so you can either do it the smart man's way or the brawn, and we did the brawn.
He didn't want the little worm. He's a vegetarian.
Okay. Let's see. It's probably nothing else kind of funny, so let's do what you said. Oh, we got a musical stinger.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
I think the ending's the same, but it sort of takes different paths of what problems and solutions you have to have.
I think there was with the smart ending, which we didn't do, you have to actually pilot a submarine.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to raise. Because I remember reading a memoirs by someone, and they said they were like, her and her partner were on like uppies, I guess is the name for it, but like going all night trying to going through like adventure games, and then she said, yeah, we remember nights of just getting completely stuck on the submarine land. Something about, I know exactly what you're supposed to do, but she referred to it as the submarine landing part. And neither of them had the dexterity to actually do it. And so when we were playing it, I've gone, that's going to be interesting because I get to see that part and see how hard it is. Like whether it's easy for us or whether it is actually a bastard of a part. And they went through the whole game and never happened.
Yeah. I think that one of the frustrations with that game, I can remember two sections that were frustrating. There's the section when you're in the caves where it's kind of like labyrinth. You go in through one door and come out another, and there's a whole lot of that. There's also the lava puzzle where you have to step on the different stones in order to be able to get across. Yeah, they're probably the two frustrating bits, but otherwise it was good for sure. And there was also a cheat that when you're fighting Nazis, if you hit I think it was the 0 on the num key pad, you would actually do a haymaker.
Yeah, haymaker, yeah.
And that's what actually puts you into the brawn thing if you used it too many times, or part of it, apparently.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
All right, here we go.
I'll give them to him.
I'm sure this is going to go well.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
When we played Ripple, Psycho in the chat, she had a friend that had a walkthrough written on like pen and paper from years and years ago that we had as a backup, but we never really needed it. I think maybe that walkthrough was the intellect path, potentially.
Yeah, because I think at one stage we did look like this way, and I learned it to 2 paths because I was struggling. I think one bit we got stuck enough that we used to walk through. And I remember like being really confused at first because it was hard to make sense of until I realized there's multiple paths. Some of the walkthroughs just didn't make sense.
You set your OBS shortcut to it. Oh, yeah, that'd be annoying for sure. Ardwood Fine, welcome in. How you doing? Funnily enough, Artie Fine, I've got a box of that in my cupboard.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village.
Can't even see a woman there. What are you talking about, George?
He's painting a word picture for us.
Oh, there she is.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village.
Is that
I couldn't think of any reason to steal the villagers' rock collection. It was a basket full of rocks. The woman was grinding a sticky mess of corn in a bowl. That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for.
Hang on, what was that?
That man wasn't the one I'd come
Okay.
looking for.
Oh, I've never eaten them. I do plan to, for sure.
The man was busily weaving a cloth.
Weaving a cloth. The naked kids running past.
It was the focal point of the village, the communal cooking fire. The fire was too hot to approach, even if I'd wanted to. Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Why have you cursed
Please,
me,
sit
George?
down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the Coyote Stone to this village.
Coyote Stone. The shaman speaks in the stereotypical, native accent, but everyone else is like, maybe they're worldly. Who knows?
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
His
Well,
kids.
it's American Indian accent, not quite South American.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning.
Wow.
All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
Jeez.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
You what?
Listen,
You mean suck
my
out the
girlfriend's
poison?
in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Apparently that's bogus anyway. Like sucking out the poison. Because
Yeah.
the venom itself goes through your adrenal ducts rather than your actual blood.
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
Something
Tuh.
like that.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was a secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
So this father goes into the village, has a party, makes love to all the village women, has 7 kids or whatever it was, and then also gives away the secrets. No wonder he doesn't want to come back.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Oh, there we go.
Many years ago...
That wouldn't be my reaction to a snake bite, even if it was a harmless one.
The great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit.
That's a Final Fantasy VIII summon.
His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which
3 iPhone
contained the
cases.
power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
When I went to Iceland earlier this year, we went into a lava tube tunnel, cave thing. And they had obsidian all through the cave. And apparently if you take it, it's a prison sentence. Like if you take any obsidian from the cave and get caught, or if you try to go through customs with any obsidian from the, like in Iceland in general, immediate prison sentence. I think it was like 3 years or something like that.
Can you touch
There's
it
an
though?
eclipse
So
of the
does
sun
that mean you
very
can touch
soon,
it? You just
isn't
can't take it?
Correct.
Yep.
The eclipse
Wow.
which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected.
You got to be really careful though, because obsidian is so sharp.
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Guaramonte City.
Hey, we've been
Only
there.
one stone reached Spain. The other two fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The third stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Right, so we're gonna have to collect more stones. That's cool.
Do you know where the Buccaneers are?
The Buccaneers.
Yeah.
No.
On your Buccanehead.
Oh, one moment, please.
I remember that joke because the friends of like my dad, like from one of his work things, once sent a Christmas card and was of their pet dogs with speech bubbles telling that joke. Like they had a boat as well, so the dogs were on the boat with like I think they put a captain's hat on one of them and it had speech bubbles telling that joke.
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
He has a bit of the Drew Scanlon vibes here. This.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
The looks in the portrait and maybe his voice a bit too is kind of like young Robert Duncan McNeil, who played Paris in Voyager, Star Trek Voyager, and he was also the human character in the Masters Universe, He-Man Masters Universe movie.
Okay. Drew's got a new podcast? What's it about? That sounds good.
Tell me more about the Jaguar Stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Guaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar Stone.
Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
Where is the Jaguar Stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England.
Do you say Jaguar, Steve, or do you say Jaguar, or how do you say it?
I didn't catch the difference. Which one? What's the difference?
Jaguar and Jaguar.
I say Jaguar. I mean, that's...
Okay.
She's still saying the UNA in that. That's just... Do some people say Jaguar? I guess they do.
Jaguar, yeah. Now that I've said it out loud, I'm not sure how I say it. Verdantry, welcome in, welcome in. I wonder if it's like... No, I guess the letters are around the wrong way, but I know Americans say, centaur instead of a centaur.
Yeah,
what do
that
I
one's
do when
weird.
I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
He and his wife do. Each of them picks a movie and the other is watched. Hang on. Drew has a wife? Really? Okay, that sounds good. I'll check it out.
Can you show me the way to the pyramid of Tezcatlipoca?
Not until you possess all 3 stones.
We will possess 3 stones.
Now do I get the route?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep.
Oh?
Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Oh.
Oh, we
Time to
gotta,
make our own children.
yeah, propagate 8 more children in this village.
A little later. Oh, you got a
I
new
left
phone?
the village
Nice.
at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking
I
back to
did
my
party
parents'
too.
house when I was
All
younger.
that peyote.
Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Oakland. Wow. This is Tong's neck of the woods. All right. I was thinking about the snakes before, Artie Fine. You said you got bitten by a snake. Like, I feel that if we got bitten by a snake here, we wouldn't survive it. Most of our snakes are pretty deadly.
Yeah, I think they all are, but yeah, most of them are. It's like someone at work was saying because they got a farm property and they almost stepped on a red belly. It's just like, that's always frightening.
Tongs, how you doing? Look who I see in the bottom chat. It looks like I fixed the issue. Hell yeah. This guy needs to stop with the organ, seriously. Can we play the
I
jug?
couldn't steal from a priest. It was a water jug. Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise.
Is that what you call it?
And in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
Oh, that's what.
I've
Wait,
never heard it called that before. And I didn't
Yeah.
want to pry
Oh.
any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Wow, so the
so it's not
monkey
just the name of the
dance.
event, that's the name for,
Rudy Tooty.
yeah, the horizontal dance, as we sometimes call it.
Yeah.
I've got the route, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Oh, I've got to
Right.
squeeze it out. She can't just munch on the root.
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you.
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
Ah,
That damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget.
don't play the organ. I feel like the organ is like the harmonica in the sense that only the person playing it is enjoying it.
Mhm.
All right, time
The
to
cone
squeeze
was
some root.
ideal as a makeshift container.
Looks like a McRib.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
Another good podcast out there. It's Max Scoville and Brian Altano. Their new one called "That This Thing Rules," which is really good. You like hearing like positivity stuff rather than the negative Nancy
Look,
shit out
Hubert,
on the internet.
the antidote.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
Drink this, Nico.
Nico,
I'm dubious about something being taken orally, battling
drink this.
being an anti-venom for something in your veins.
Oh, George.
Je
Horrible.
suis
Just
fromage,
swallow
George.
it down.
That's the first
Okay,
time he's
try
told her
my snow,
that.
darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, Josh Stobart?
That was a quick
The
recovery.
patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Oh, okay. How did we get the brown slip to
Nico
leave?
recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I
Oh, so
traced
she
the
gets to go
pirate
back to
Ketch
England.
to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the
Actually, that's
fortune he'd
Helfrich,
amassed from
she's French.
piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Achievement, Medicine Man. Used the secret route to save Nico's life. Not to be confused with the priest's secret route that we found out. Who's this ponytailed lad?
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
Hey, wise guy, eh?
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
It's another Egon Spengler with a ponytail.
Yep. Alright, I'll look at your other shit then while you look there. Poor George.
That's right, it is because no one likes him.
Something sparkly in the window, huh? It's the flagpole. Alright, save it here. Why can't... There we go. What's our percentage? 54. Lovely. Alright. I'm just going to be right back. Just need a quick bio break. Steve, did you want a bio break or a coffee break too? Or did you want to entertain the chat? It's up to you.
I can try to chill.
Try to chill? Alright. Let's do it then. Alright. Back in a sec.
Bio break. It's just a quick amount of writing to just de-stress from all this. Not as catchy as probably any other podcast, but the main podcast I've been listening to is, I think I'll probably mention a couple of times, is the Delta Flyers. It's the 2 actors from Star Trek Voyager. They've gone through, because they started in COVID, they've gone through the entire Voyager series, but now they're on Deep Space Nine with alternating guests, hosts, the guy that plays Quark, Armin Shimmerman, and the lady that plays Stax, which is Terry Farrell. And she's the bartender in Becca. Yeah, they go through each episode, or starts off with a episode each week of Voyager, and now they're going through Deep Space Nine, which is interesting. And they've hit the point in Deep Space Nine where the Jem'Hadar are introduced, and that's the point where the series goes from episodic to more of an arc. Yeah, they've hinted at that because she's mentioned something, but she said when we get to the episode, when we get to that point, she's tried to tease it where she goes, when we get to that point, I'll speak about it properly. But she's mentioned maybe, I think she's hinted at some misogyny with that stuff, but I'm assuming because from her we're going to get specifics, but yeah. coming up to that. I think they've mentioned that it was sort of unfair to the fan base was maybe unfair to the new girl because like she had nothing to do with it, and some of them as actors have sympathy for someone. I think I think they talked about her just because they talked about other. It was like segue because they were talking about other people being just like thrust into shit roles where they'd have no. There's a reason people are pissed at them coming in. Like someone got fired from a theater event, and then the new person gets in, people hate, or the actors hate, and yeah, they mentioned it was the same with the new Dax, the actress that played the new Dax. So they're sympathetic towards the actress, but they haven't spoken properly about why there was a switch out. But yeah, that's mainly the one I listened to. I was just one I got to tell Bolt about. Not the podcast, but a single episode. Maybe, but she did say, because I think there was a element with the producer, but the second element is she did have a gripe about not being able to go off and do other stuff. Because she said Colm Meaney was constantly doing that, which is fair enough, just because it is in his contract. But she said also after 6 seasons, she was getting tired of the fact that she was never allowed as much as the others. Like initially it was fine, but so many of the others got to do other stuff that wasn't necessarily written into their contract, and she never got to go off and do other stuff. For some reason they denied her, and she said that was part of it too. Is she was pissed at that.
What are we talking about?
Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and the girl who plays Dax being switched out at one point
To do Becca?
Yeah, but there's also some other stuff, nasty stuff.
I have not seen that far. Luckily, I didn't hear any of it, so all good, all good.
Yeah, we gotta go back to it though. It's been ages since you.
Yeah, I will. You can't use the show's come out 20 years, so it's not a spoiler defense.
Yeah, but then you've also got several years since watching the last episode you watched.
That's how bad that episode was.
I reckon you're falling off. There's a point where, unless you push through, you sort of fall off Deep Space Nine. I reckon you hit that point because it can't be a single episode to get you to stop watching a whole series.
It was pretty bad. Just the fact that Julian was like a prominent character was enough to scare me away. I don't know. I'll go back to it. It's on Netflix, so it's an easy watch.
So there's something I reminded to tell you. There's a podcast called What the Fuck. I have like two thoughts about it because it's done by a guy that gets really, really good guests on, Mark Maron, but he's a bad interviewer because he's like self-absorbed. Too self-absorbed to be a proper host for like a talk thing, but he gets these like fantastic people on his show constantly. So it's this dynamic of I generally don't listen to him, but I'll keep an eye out for if there's a particular person I want to hear from. And the last one of the recent ones I decided to listen to because it was Robert Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
The T-1000.
I like him.
And that was actually kind of interesting, hearing him talk.
He's coming back for to voice the T-1000 in Mortal Kombat this year, which is pretty cool.
Is he? Yeah, and he said he was what show was he? Was it
Peacemaker?
No, yeah, Peacemaker. He's on.
Let's talk to the boy.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, man. You wanna buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's just a name.
Oh, while it's here, I want to show you. Some people have seen it, but check out my eye. Oh, you can't really see it very well. And the colors are all drained on.
It's a bit glossy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Rob Patrick, there's one bit I got worried a bit. Not that I would have cared too much, because I sort of expected from actors, but there's a bit where they talked about his T-1000 role, and I was thinking, oh, he's gonna just turn on the audience. He's gonna pull a Bruce Willis. But he goes, yeah, man, you just do one big sci-fi action movie, and he's doing this laid up, and I thought he was gonna shit on the audience, and he for Terminator, but he goes, yeah, you're in there for life, man, and he was actually positive about it. It's like, oh, it's a nice change because they usually resent. I think I expected just because I found out that, like, from the start of the episode, he's like more of a biker guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was still positive towards his audience. It's like, okay, you don't always get that from actors. That's actually pretty cool.
There's something about Robert Patrick, like, I really like him. I think he's a really cool dude. But there's two actors I can think of that don't look anything like themselves when they were younger. Robert Patrick is one. I don't think he looks anything like... He's grown into it, like his face has changed in a sense. It's not just him looking older. He just looks completely different. The other person was that had the same thing was... What's the Princess Leia actress called again? I can't remember her name.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, yeah, exactly. She looks nothing like... Well, she's passed away now. But she looked nothing like how she used to as well. I don't know what it
There's
is.
something that I remember, like I've since found out she's kind of generally nutty, but there's one quote off Berta Make, which like was kind of sweet, was just at one stage you grow up, like you've reached a certain age where I had a choice between staying like thin and very much like my younger self or mental health, and I chose mental health.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just like you get to that age and she wasn't in a mental position to like exercise more or anything like that, and it's just like a natural thing you sort of change when she's like accepted it.
Look who's come. Hello, Rams. Kitty. What are you doing? You can't... Alright. There she is. Rams attacks.
Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
Nah, she's not pissed. She's lovely. She's been laying in the sun, so she's happy.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
I mean, they could at least try to have a child's voice, even when it's an adult voice actor.
Maybe he's got kidney disease.
What do you know about Captain
And he smokes already.
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
Hanged.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing.
The guy with the theodolite?
Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
He looks like a crook. Everyone
Maybe he
with
did mean... He could have meant hung. He could have been like, he was making himself real hung.
Oh, just like using a pump or something.
Yeah.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to draw me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Ah.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy.
That dinghy, though?
No, it's a catamaran.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that's the real name for it, but... Yeah, I wouldn't call that a dinghy. Dinghy is like a metal container, simple container.
Yeah.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Steal that fishing net. Although it doesn't look interactable, so it will be nothing.
I didn't want a fishing net.
Do you think so obviously these games they've got like painted backgrounds so to speak, and then you can always see when something's interactable because it sticks out like dog's balls, right? Like this. Same thing with Resident Evil, the original one. You've got the backgrounds and then the movable objects as a polygon. Do you think they'll ever get to the stage where they'll have super high quality 4K backgrounds and then the items themselves are also of the same resolution so you can't really tell what's foreground background? Or think maybe we're past that kind of technology sense. I don't know how many.
It should be possible because it's just a matter of the artists doing the same resolution and color temperature and like everything else.
Yeah. Maybe with like cell shading it can look like the background. I don't know.
But like because drawing 4K sprites on a 4K background technologically is not the most outrageous thing. It's pretty simple.
You know how there's a lot of games that are sort of harkening back to the old days. Like we see games that are looking like PlayStation 1 games that have been released this year and stuff. I want to see a game that does CG like the 90s computer games. You know how like it had a particular look? Like Little Big Adventure. The 3D models, I can't really describe it. Everything kind of looked like fake metal or something. I've never seen anyone sort of mimic that. That'd be so rad. Everyone in this game with a ponytail is a villain, I swear.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
Don't tell
What
him.
is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. Black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
What about him? Yeah, the early CG. Or not even CG, pre-rendered backgrounds, like just 3D, even like mist and all that do it kind of. It's like everything is like a metallic cylinder looking thing. I don't know, it's hard to describe it.
What do you think of Rio?
Fish boy? If he comes near me again, I'll throttle the little squirt.
Calm down. What's he ever done to you?
Socked me in the back of my skull with some kind of fish, that's what.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Like, what's reference is that? Is it just
I don't know.
as a stare or she's ugly?
Look at this. An article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
Yeah, maybe he figures out that's why no one likes
This is
him.
similar
It's
to the
because
stone I'm looking for.
everyone has
makes you think
ponytails
you'll
and he's the
find
only
it
one that
here?
doesn't.
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century,
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
approximately,
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
a wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
What are you doing with the theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you
Take a
see?
look at this.
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart,
Take
I'm
a
what you
look
might
at
call
this.
a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
Oh.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horse shit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
How do you survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house.
Ah,
I
that's the
sight on it
sparkly
from
thing.
various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Catch you later, Bronson.
All right, so we steal that sparkly thing. He goes up to look for it. We steal his plans. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, but what game? Other than general adventure game logic.
That's all I got. Oh, it's a kitty. That's a big kitty. It's like
You
the
got the
size
kitty?
of a dog. Let's do it.
It'd be funny if it
Hi,
barks
Puss.
like
Want to play? Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
I would say that Captain Cook's demise was well deserved.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws. I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree.
Trees on the ground.
A large tree stood beside the house with a suggestive U formed by the branches.
I don't know if it's a joke. Is it a joke?
it was a joke that that he didn't die in a completely ironic and undeserved way. Or deserved way.
The ladder extended easily.
We've got to move this over here. Unless we swing from this one.
You there? What are you doing?
Pardon me, ladies. I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite, isn't he, Frost?
Really?
And he has dimples when he smiles.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
All right, that bush.
The window was locked.
Don't walk under the ladder, George.
It was locked.
The house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Oh, of course. This must be the place Bronson's surveying.
The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am. I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
It's like the eggs in
second
Curb
visitor
Enthusiasm.
we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
Do you think the cat's ball will be used up here? I don't know. Seems strange that they have the ball there in the first place.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Hello, ladies. Want to
Hi,
see my panties?
my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
What? How do you not like tea? Some Ted Lasso shit right here.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little
sounds-
whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
Nasty fishy boy.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
That's alright.
A knave with one hand on the tarts.
I try to be a knave with one hand on the tarts.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Once upon a time, he's 11. Hang on, who's this? That must be Emily.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr.
Jesus,
Stobart.
that escalated.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Frederick Ketch sounds like he was a pirate to me.
As I have already told
Steve
you,
is such a
sir,
filth
he was
bag.
not a pirate.
You got the
They hanged him, you know. Down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial. Just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
That new portrait looks like the little girl from the Korn music video.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Penny from Inspector Gadget, but you're more... Yeah, you're right.
Well,
Yeah,
if he
a little bit
wasn't a
Penny.
pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief.
That's how you pronounce
Blackguards.
Mark. I was never sure.
Letter of marque?
The
I've
document
never seen it written down in
to
Pirates
engage and
games.
destroy the enemies of the
I've seen my
crown.
eyes Pirates
The
games.
difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo! Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate,
But he did show them his letter of marque.
but they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
Hanged. Excellent.
I think it might be... That's probably might be clever writing where they, like... will make the posh English women say the right word, and the person with, like, maybe English as a second language saying hung.
Yeah, that could be true, yeah. Speaking of pirates and stuff, did you see Tong's linked there's a special on Sid Meier's stuff at the moment? On Steam.
I think I've got most of the Pirates games, though.
Gotcha.
And his other... there's those other two, the Japanese version of Pirates, and the other one's the covert operative version of Pirates. That he did. Those are really good. Right, yeah, I've got all those.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite.
Fair. Fair.
What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
Kitty.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is.
That's Ruddles.
Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Love them. Of course.
You bet. Especially spit roast.
What?
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style. Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house.
I can hear George's ponytail growing by the second.
Yeah, I think I don't think you can catnap just because I don't think he'd win that fight.
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
It's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Canoodling?
All kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Woe betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
See ya.
Cows and Milkmaid sounds like a filthy game.
It does, doesn't it? Who plays the cow and who plays the milkmaid?
Yeah.
With a creak of ancient corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Oh, really? But then... Can't even imagine. They's got to be trolling.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
I don't think I can reach this one. Can't reach.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
How will we get around this? Let's look at our inventory. Can
Some
I
of it.
swing with the panties?
Maybe in my high school days, but not now.
Oh.
Oh, but that'd be funny if they just came back and there's sexy knickers hanging from the flagpole.
Do you reckon the tequila worm, the cat would like the tequila worm? What the hell's going on?
Oh, get it drunk.
I think there's a cat hair on my mouse. Get down. Oh, cat and the worm achievement. Show the worm
The
to
cat
the cat.
looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer. I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Okay, can we climb the tree now at least?
I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree.
Oh, can we go inside? Maybe that's what we do.
It was locked. The window was locked.
Is there something shiny we can put on the end of here so he's like, I don't know which one's which? Maybe the coal?
I couldn't reach it.
Okay. Bye. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Let's try everything.
That was no good.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Fair enough.
No, I had to think of something else.
Okay.
I'd better think this through. Not such a good idea. Just my luck. I'd struck out again. The windows were all locked.
Damn. All locked. Can we swing on it?
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point.
I wonder if we could throw shit at it. Like,
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
damn. Good idea, me.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
What if we knock the cat out with the dart, maybe?
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat, but I didn't have the heart. And besides which, those sisters would kill me.
Besides which?
Hey, cat, want to play with this little doll?
Okay. I thought it was a statue, not a doll. I guess not. Old piss cat.
It wasn't exactly enthralled at coming face to face with the great god Tezcatlipoca.
What about... No. I reckon if I rolled that in front of Ramen, she would probably go for it.
I doubted the cat would have salient remarks to make on a Mesoamerican artifact.
Wow.
I was right.
Annie's? Okay. What could we do? Let's go down to the beach. Talk to the little boy now. There she is, little Rams.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay, he's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
That's it.
You have to admire his acumen.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For
Oh, the
old
cat.
ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quarramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
What about if I give you panties?
Will you give me a fish if I give you Rio, are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
Wow.
No,
Ugly
man.
and tasteless.
Oh, the worm for bait, maybe.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while, though.
No more tequila worm.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
We know
Yeah.
this, George.
Oh, it doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Oh, yeah?
Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you madder than them.
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's cause they know there's a storm brewing.
I want my worm back then.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
All
You
right.
have?
It's a big one. A real big one.
That's
Reel him
what
in,
she
Rio.
said.
Jeez, that must be a whale or something.
A unicycle?
And that's what she said.
Thanks, Dogs.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just
Okay.
never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Could be flagpole. Okay.
There was nothing else on the bicycle wreck I could use. I wasn't going anywhere in that boat without Rio to sail her.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Oh! Brutal. Steve, how many fish have you put in your pockets before?
I don't think a single one.
No? Not a can of sardines or...
I was going to try to think of a joke about sardines. Have you ever done it?
I think the closest thing would be maybe a box of Swedish fish or something like that.
Okay, Cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish.
Gobble
The
gobble.
little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
What are you talking
I
about?
wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
So it was just a waste of fish then?
Yeah. I think the bicycle tube might be the thing we needed.
Thought we could use the bicycle tube like a whip. Knock this off.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Damn.
Oh, maybe.
There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Ah! Hang on, I'm going to put that back and then not touch it.
But can we use the coal with it to like have a sling?
No, that's wrong.
Oh, what if we put the fish at the bottom of this and the cat would be like,
Oh yeah.
alright, gotta go get another fish. It'll have the dangle. Just what cats like.
Dangle the dangle.
Yep.
There's a fish, my man.
Oh, another fish. Not even doesn't even ask questions. We've got lifetime supply of fish here.
It's like, I know you're a person stuck within an adventure game, so I'll keep giving you fish.
Okay, so we get the fish.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
What a weird adventure game puzzle. Okay, can we go up the ladder now, or is the cat in the way? No, that's fine. Now, if we go...
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Can we stick the ball on the end?
That isn't it at all.
Huh. Thought that would be it. He would get confused between the two different markers, maybe.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
Would the ball be
Maybe
used?
pick up the tire thing, use the ball with the tire to have something throwable.
No.
Okay, maybe not.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, what if... Can we use it? Oh, we've got to get down. Maybe on the tree, mate, we can make a slingshot?
Yeah, maybe. So I was thinking a sling, but yeah, you're probably right. That's probably why that exists. That branch exists.
I put the ball in the catapult.
Wouldn't say it's a catapult, but anyway.
Took aim. Yes!
Oh, good shot.
So it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
It's like the watermelon in The Amazing Race.
Now he's coming up.
Yeah.
Quick, can you pick it up?
Can't, it's in a cutscene.
God damn it.
What the hell's going on here?
What the hell
Hi,
is
Bronson.
this?
Nice to see you too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth. I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Oh,
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
sweet. Gonna get a punch on.
Kick the ladder out under him.
Would love to do that. Yeah, that's it. See ya! What an asshole we are. Oh no! He's gonna die. Oh no.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson. I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously. The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
He's a magpie.
His feet are only like 2 meters above the ground. It'd hurt if he
Wasn't gonna be
drops,
much
but
use without the
he
theodolite.
could just let go.
Yeah. See ya, Bronson. Alright, let's look at those plans, shall we? I do like that he's still hanging
With
up.
Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
Steal his shit. Done. Alright, let's look at him. Oh, no, no. Oh, hang on. Whoop. There we go. Can we take that with us? Where's he stuffing that? Alright, let's go for a ride in the... Oh, there he is, yeah. Little Rio can take us on a cruise.
Look here. Bronson's plans.
Was I right? Is that creep up to no good?
Darn right he is.
Started making trouble in the neighborhood.
There was nothing else on the bicycle wreck I could use. There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Interesting. I thought that was going to be a clear way out of here. Guess not. Nothing about the net.
It was a net left to dry in the sunshine. I didn't want a fishing net.
Can we look at the plan?
It was Bronson's plans for the hotel from hell. It was Bronson's theodolite.
Get out of here. Oh. Maybe we tell Bronson that we stole his shit. Oh, they're back.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man.
Oh, we show the
Quickly,
ladies the
before he
plans.
falls.
Take a look at this.
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel.
Oh.
Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina.
Kill him.
Mr.
Beat him to
Bronson,
death.
You may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Carvey.
Finish him.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug.
Brutal. Beat him.
Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing
Yes.
this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
Let's steal some priceless artifacts.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me.
Be a pal.
Ooh!
He's got some good strength, hasn't he?
It's like hands are like the bat feet, where they just like the bones can lock in. Oh, we get to be Nico.
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I was
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, she's
It was a long
definitely
shot,
French.
But I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
All right. I reckon this is the perfect place to call it. Right on the 2-hour mark. And at a new scene. Let me quickly save it. Whoop. See what percentage we're at. 60%. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, let me close this down. Did we save? We did save it, right? Yeah, we did. Quit this game. There we go. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. It was fun, as always. Got some stuff done. We took care of a ponytailed evil henchman, I guess you could call him. Alrighty, let us see if there is anyone online that we can send across.
I feel like you can tell she's French because it's like she's like well, George is in sun-drenched Caribbean. I mean, disgusting London.
All right, let's have a look. What do we got? What do we got? You know what? Let's send you guys across to Brain Martyr. He is a friend of the channel. He is currently playing some Rocksmith today. Locking you guys in. Make sure you do something great for yourself. Have a great coffee. Have some tacos, some pizza, whatever it is on the weekend that makes you jolly. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Let's see. Let's go into, when was it? There we go. All right, guys. Have a good one. Until next time.